Now back here on the Rich Eisen Show, part of the show Power, which has now been renewed for seasons 4 and 5 on Starz. Season 3 is currently airing. Next episode is Sunday, September 4th. Good to see you, Jerry Ferrara. What's up, brother?
Oh, it's good to be here. It feels, I don't want to say home, but it's a comfortable environment.
Why don't we say home? This is.
Can we say home?
Yes, my casa is yours. Come on, I'm a Staten Islander.
That's right. You know, my whole family's living in Staten Island now.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
My whole family, they got out of Brooklyn.
They went across the Verrazano Bridge?
Yeah, it's a big move. Like, I remember when I was a kid, like, if you were going to Staten Island, you took people with you because it felt like you were going far away. It's 4 miles away.
That's it.
From where I grew up.
Well, it's an expensive move. Do you see how much it costs to go across that bridge?
Yes.
Is it up to $20 now?
I think it's like 20.
It's
20,
insane.
Yeah.
It's positively insane. So, Tim Tebow is trying out right now.
Yeah.
The Yankees have a scout there. The Yankees have a scout there. One of apparently 20 teams to have scouts there. You don't want him. If he's any good, you don't even want to put him in the system to see what's what.
Look, the Yankees could certainly use some help right now. A lot of help. A lot of positions need help. I just don't know if I would enjoy the media circus that comes with it, which the Yankees are already a media circus. Yeah. So, I mean, that might be that's not a microscope. That's a telescope that I think he would be under.
Look at you.
Well, I just came up with that. You guys could have that.
So it's from far away, people zooming in.
I think if Tebow's on the Yankees, that will dominate the headlines for a very long time.
Yeah, I know. Well, they've had Dion. They drafted Elway. Didn't Danny Ainge Brockman? Wasn't Danny Ainge?
Danny Tartt,
somebody
definitely.
That was the Blue Jays took Ainge, but I thought they drafted him.
He
the Yankees
played in the minor leagues. Danny Ainge.
Yeah.
Did the Yankees draft Dion or no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when he was rounding, I remember Phil Rizzuto calling him Neon Dion.
Holy cow.
He's rounding second. The ball's not even in the outfield yet. Yeah.
You know, so there's a history in this sort of thing.
Yeah, but that was before Dion was Dion.
Now, before, though, you make your final decision, the Rich Eisen Show, we go the extra yard here. Okay. Or the extra, I guess, inch to use baseball right here.
Okay.
Del Tufo, you placed a microphone.
Yeah, we have a microphone at the...
Because cameras are not allowed in the Tebow workout that's going on somewhere in Los Angeles.
No cameras.
No cameras.
Okay.
But we snuck a Rich Eisen Show microphone in here. This is Tebow hitting a fastball about 10 minutes ago. Okay? Now, it's all about the sound off the bat, right, in baseball?
It sounded as if it was... that sounded like a gapper into right field.
Right. Now, here's the curveball. Here's the curveball. Same sound. Same sound. You have the slider? You have the slider? Okay, there it is.
Sheffield knew as soon as he heard that sound.
You know, it's one of those things when you hear that sound, still hasn't convinced you.
No, this is...
How great are these baby bombers, though? How great are Gary Sanchez and these kids that they're bringing up, Judge?
It's been a long time. You know, growing up a Yankee fan, the 80s were terrible.
Yeah.
And then the 90s, obviously, mid-90s particularly got better. That's what they were. They developed from within. It was young guys. It wasn't these big free agency signings.
Yes.
You know, you look at all the homegrown talent in the 90s and young talent, and I think it was about time. I can't remember the last time it was a full-on Yankee rebuild.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time. It was in the early 90s.
It was when George got banned by baseball, and Gene Michael was allowed to.
That's right.
to do what he wanted to do, and Buck Showalter was the manager who managed a lot of these kids in the minors, and then Bernie grew up, and Jeter came by, and Rivera came by, and Posada and Pettit, nonstop.
I'm gonna get emotional because that'll never be duplicated, in my opinion. As a Yankee fan,
it was something else for me too. Especially since '96 was when I got on SportsCenter for the first time, and I was up.
Right?
Yes.
Wow.
So when the Yankees were going through their thing, I was on SportsCenter for just 6-7 months, and I remember sitting up at my desk in Bristol, watching the World Series, thinking, I can't believe how lucky I am that the reason why I can't be at these games is because I'm on SportsCenter after the games. And then I saw they showed the celebrities from the Fox series that were being debuted that fall who got front row seats. It was Tootie from Facts of Life. And then I got really pissed off.
In 96. We used to...
Kim Fields, I believe, had a front row seat. You want to look up what Kim Fields' Fox show was in 96? Can you IMDb Kim Fields for me, please? I was so pissed.
We used to, a buddy of mine had one of those like storefront apartments above, and we would take the TV, his bedroom faced the street.
Yeah.
So we'd literally tie a rope around the TV, lower it, to the street.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and then we'd run about 15 like different extension cords up to his room, and we had the game on the middle of 13th Avenue with like 40 kids watching it. And I never forget, I can still hear the sound of Fred McGriff's home run hitting the foul pole, just going ding, and we were just like, oh my God.
You were watching on the streets?
In the street, yeah. 16 years old.
Oh my gosh. Do you have the name of this show?
Yeah, Living Single.
Living Single.
This fall on Fox.
Well, how long did? Yeah, I think Joe Buck did. It was his first year in the booth. How long? How many episodes?
That went
did Living?
5 years.
5 years.
Kim Fields playing Regine Hunter was on 118 episodes.
Wait a minute.
5 seasons? How did we miss all that?
It got renewed 4 times.
How did we miss all that?
I thought you were going to tell me it was 3 episodes, and I'd be even more pissed.
I got news for you.
Nope.
She was at the 98 World Series. 99. She was still
maybe-
there. It was on for 5 years. She was still there.
Who had a better run, the Tory Yankees or Kim Fields on that show?
You could debate that. I don't know. It's hard to get a show on the air.
By the way, and it was Different Strokes, not Facts of Life.
What'd I say?
You said Facts of Life.
Did I really say that?
Yeah. Different
Wait.
Strokes.
Kim Fields?
Yeah, she played Tootie on Different Strokes.
But then, oh gosh, did I really say that? Okay, let's take a break here. It's Facts of Life, you maroon.
But she was on Different Strokes first.
Let's take a break. We're back in 60 ticks of the clock by grounding ourselves a little bit better here.
Never seen either.
In the fantasies world, are you got a fantasy draft coming up?
I just had it on Sunday night.
I've got a proposal for you.
Okay, good.
We're back in a minute with Jerry Ferrara here on the Rich Eisen Show.
There's no secret as to why they're here. That's down the line, hooking off the pole for a home run. The third home run of the night for Atlanta, first for McGriff, and it's 9-0 Braves in the 5th.
That was the moment right there.
Oh, I'm there right now. Like, I remember hearing that sound, and look, there's a church across the street from my buddy's house. I think we all went across and said a prayer, came back. That didn't work for that game.
And you remember who hit the triple in Game 6 of that World Series?
Joe Girardi.
I told you guys at the Chris Command Center when we were talking about this. Which one of you guys said, "What has Girardi ever done for the Yankees?"
What has Girardi ever done? He's got one of the biggest hits in the history of the organization.
What, one hit?
A triple off Greg Maddux in Game 6 of a World Series to give the Yankees their first World Series championship in forever?
To give Jerry some context, this was in a conversation over him not playing A-Rod his final week, and A-Rod being one of the greatest players in baseball history, and we said he's done more for the Yankees organization than Girardi, and he should be playing.
And I jumped in. I'm like, excuse me. Jerry
That's
Ferrara knows.
Come on now.
But that's because you guys want to hate A-Rod because
No.
Not at all. That 96 ring, for me, that was the ring I'll always
it
remember.
got you guys back on the map of rings.
And it kills me.
But the 09 ring.
You know what the one thing about the 06? I think you'll go the same way around. What's the one biggest shame about that 96 World Series?
Don Mattingly didn't get it.
95 was his last season?
Well, yeah.
Now I
and
know
then-
why. Jerry Ferrara, now I know why the two of us
Do you remember the
are
mock?
simpatico.
Didn't they
Why
play
you
like the exhibition World Series in 90? Was it
Don
95 or 94? Expos Yankees when they had the best record in the strike.
94 was the
94.
strike. And they in the verse, we had Buck Showalter on the show a couple months ago, and I brought that up to him, and he said we absolutely would have won that. Felipe Alou was managing the Expos at the time.
The Expos may disagree with you there. They also got jobbed on that year.
By the way, Mr. Boo-Hoo over there, Jerry, I've been telling Brockman, Mr. Red Sox honk, that the greatest dream right now would be for the baby Bombers to bring a 96 type renaissance, right? But just enough out of the ashes in 2016 to prevent Ortiz from making the playoffs in his last season.
That would be tremendous.
Right? That would be
tremendous.
And
What
right
a great way to start a new generation.
And right now, Yanks are 5.5 out of doing that. That's a long way to hope. Yeah.
You were hoping they were closer.
I'm like, well, wait a minute. You know, they lost. They got smoked by the Royals.
Can we talk
last
about
night.
AL MVP Mookie Betts right now?
He's really good. You can make a case that Josh Donaldson, who went yard again yesterday, we chose Pujols for going yard instead of him.
People, Richard Justice said Altuve is an AL MVP right now.
Right.
Who I often get compared to, that we look alike.
You and Jerry Ferrara and Jose Altuve look
And
alike?
we're in the same ballpark of height. Like, yes, I get that on Twitter all the time.
Really?
When they knocked the Yankees out of the playoffs, was it last year?
Yes, it was.
That was happening a lot when he was playing really well, and it hurt even more.
I guess that does hurt.
Yeah.
When you say, you know who you look like? A guy who's
The guy who's
tormenting
eliminating your favorite team right now.
I could see that.
What do you think of the Giants' 2016 chances here? Jerry?
I am
here?
very optimistic, and I usually am. The Giants have given me no reason to not be optimistic. What I mean is, even when we're not making the playoffs, the fun part about being a Giant fan with Eli Manning is knowing at any moment you could be 3-6 and he can get hot and turn that around. So you're always sort of in it as a Giant fan. That's kind of the territory with Eli. I'm happy we spent money, which the Giants don't often do outside of quarterback and maybe wide receiver. We spent money on defense. We haven't had a defense since the last Super Bowl. And if the O-line could play together, get a little bit of a run game because we didn't have one last year, I think we win that division easily.
This kid Shepard is a little bit of a fantasy sleeper. I'm keeping my eye on him.
I missed him in my draft. I missed him by a round.
You did?
I
Which
thought
round was it? Like 8th, 9th, 10th?
I think he went 7th. I was prepared to take him 8th. I was ready to pull the trigger in the 8th round, and he went on the way back down. Yep.
Because, I mean, Odell is going to get his attention, and if Victor Cruz can actually stay, what's the word for it, healthy?
I'm so rooting for him. No, it would just be a great story for Cruz to get back on the field.
Jerry Ferrara here on the Rich Eisen Show. Stars, season 4 and 5 already renewed. Season 3, we're in the midst of it right now, Sunday at 9 Eastern time on Stars. So who is your first overall pick in your fantasy draft? Who'd you choose?
I had 4th overall. All 3 receivers went.
So who went first? Antonio Brown went
Antonio
first?
Brown.
I'm telling you guys, he's number 1.
No, I'm sorry, actually. Gurley went 1. And I think Gurley went 1, Brown 2, Odell 3, and then I did what I always do.
Odell went 3rd.
Then I did what I always do, and I draft like it's like 2 years prior to this year. That's what I do. I took Adrian Peterson, who will probably play really well, but that's my biggest problem with fantasy. I get so attached to these names from what they've done for me in the past.
Yes.
Like I'm like, oh my God, it's the 7th round. Gates is still available. I gotta take him. No.
Oh no! In 2013, I went Chris Johnson, Antonio Gates, and I'm like, this would have been awesome in Hawaii in like 2011.
I highlighted Chris Johnson's name for like 4 straight rounds. Like, do I do it? I mean,
now tonight, I am in a fantasy draft. Okay. This evening, it is with the Sirius XM group. Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah.
Who's been on this show many times, is having a charity fantasy league. He's invited me in from Alice in Chains, and Duff McKagan's in it, and
they're pretty serious.
I know they are very serious.
Yeah.
So they invited me, and then I didn't find out until like 2 days ago that the draft is tonight in Jerry Cantrell's house at 8 Eastern, 5 o'clock local here.
That's a new wrinkle to the draft.
It is my daughter's 3rd birthday. So I can't be there.
She won't remember.
And I can't.
She definitely won't remember.
Well, she's only 3 once. And she's on the payroll forever, as Bill Parcells told me in hour number 1 of the show.
There you go.
I can't be known as an auto pick guy.
That's what are you gonna do? Are you sending like someone?
Well, I'm wondering if
you want to send me?
Are you free tonight?
What's today?
Today's Tuesday.
So you want like a team that would have been really good? You want Priest Holmes? What do you want? You want Priest Holmes?
I do not want Priest.
You don't want Priest Holmes?
No, you can't. I don't think Joe Morris is available either. If you want to go.
Sean Alexander.
Sean Alexander is not.
No,
I
can't help you then, Rich.
So you can't.
Let me think. You know what? For you, I might be able to make some moves.
Would you do that?
Yes.
To be it's on Sirius XM. It's on their channel. They're gonna do it live. They're gonna do it up, and it's. Would you sit in and draft, and then we'd be a team?
There is something I have to try to get out of tonight, and it involves my now fiance. So things are a little different now. Maybe I have some currency with that, and I can get out of the dinner. Or maybe it's no, you have to come to dinner because we're engaged now.
I'm going in his place if you can't go, Jer. So
you're okay.
So I think Rich wants you to go, or he's going to end up with a team full of Patriots.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want LeGarrette Blount as my RB1.
We're going to stash Dion Lewis. We're going to stash him. He's going to come back. We're going to stash Dion Lewis. In week 13, you're going to win.
Yeah, Garoppolo is my starting QB.
I would do it on the up and up. Only a couple of pats.
All right, so here's what we're going to do, because I don't want you to get you in Dutch with the future Mrs. Ferrara.
Oh, gosh. Okay?
I just said that.
You're the first one who said that, I think.
Are you serious? On the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. I don't want to get you in trouble with that.
Please, no.
Okay, so Is this now? Are we now going to discuss offline? This is an offline situation.
We're gonna go offline.
Okay,
off
but
the
Brockman,
record.
you will do it if he can't do it.
I will go if you
Yeah,
can't
it
go.
would be bad for business to cancel dinner.
How is the podcast doing?
It is great. We just had our 100th episode.
Hey.
You are still the star of our opening credit sequence.
Okay, if you want me to refresh that, I'm more than happy to do
There's
that.
part of me that wants to, but the delivery, everything. If you haven't heard it in a while, if you forget what you say,
Okay.
it was you're like, he's got a podcast?
That's
Wait
right.
a second. What is he gonna talk about? It's awesome.
Okay.
People always tell like, I love the Rich Eisen Open.
Well, when am I going to be on it?
I would love to have you on. My biggest problem with the podcast is I don't like asking. Like in my mind, I'm I would ask you to do it, and maybe you'd say yes because we're friends. But deep down, you're like, oh,
Jerry Ferrara, my phrase in the years of our podcast. Do you want me to?
If not me, who? If not now, when?
That was it. That
Yeah,
was
this
that was
guy,
my philosophy.
Wait, hold on, Jerry. This guy stalked Vince Gilligan at the airport to beg him to come on, knowing that Vince knows nothing about sports. We just wanted to talk about Breaking Bad, and we did for 90 minutes.
Vince and I will always have Terminal 5 at LAX.
so you could be my first I feel bad asking you this.
But you shouldn't feel bad, is what I'm telling to anybody in your Rolodex.
Rich, will you be on my podcast?
Absolutely not. Why would you even ask?
I walked right into that one.
I would love to.
That would be a lot of fun.
I would love to.
Well, I was telling you, Jerry, you know what we need to bring back is the sports movie Oscars.
Yeah. That was such a great episode.
Let's take a quick break. I want you also to help me name the Las Vegas NHL team.
Okay.
There's 4 trademarks that they have gone ahead
Okay.
and acquired. All of them, in my mind, are unacceptable.
I can't wait to hear
and
this.
we're going to give you and the listeners and viewers of this show ideas. You'll vote, and then we'll forward that on our Twitter address and try and make it happen.
I'm ready for this challenge.
Okay. And then Steve Weich is in hour number 3. Chip Kelly's making news on what Kaepernick's future is, at least in the short term in San Francisco. All that's coming up here on The Rich Eisen Show. Welcome back to The Rich Eisen Show. Phone lines have been lit all day. Wanted to talk about Colin Kaepernick. And we will do more of that, have more of that conversation in hour number 3. Steve Weich joining us on the show. He is in San Francisco. Chip Kelly just spoke and said that Kaepernick will not be cut today. Just said for the moment he is going to play on Thursday. As a matter of fact, he is going to start. That Blaine Gabbert is going to sit because it looks like he's the starter. So Kaepernick, actually didn't mention that he's going to start. He said that Kaepernick's going to play Thursday. Steve Weich was there in that press conference. He'll be joining us in hour number 3 to put a little bit more meat on those bones. Jerry Ferrara, at Jerry Ferrara on Twitter, is here to wrap up a fun stay. Hope you come back, sir, as always. You're more than welcome here anytime, you know that.
Anytime. It was
Okay,
a blast.
you're going to help us name the there's a new NHL
Yes.
team in Las Vegas.
It's happening.
I assume when the Rangers come, you would definitely go to a game in Vegas.
For sure.
Okay,
That's an
right?
easy enough
Well,
trip from here.
That's the idea, that there's enough hockey fans out here on the West Coast, in the Western time zone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Nevada is not West
so that
Coast.
hockey fans will jump.
Pacific time zone. So yeah, there'll be enough people who are there, and from there's people from out of town every
Right.
single day in Las Vegas, and enough there for a team. And so the owner of the team is a gentleman named Bill Foley, who went to West Point and wanted to name the team Black Knights because he named his financial services Black Knight Financial Services. Apparently, though, the Naval Academy, the academies, the military academy has had an issue with this.
Okay.
Okay, so you can't do it. So he went ahead and he registered trademarks and domains for the following names: Las Vegas Desert Knights, Las Vegas Golden Knights, Las Vegas Silver Knights, Las Vegas Sand Knights. Have you noticed a trend here?
Yes.
Las Vegas.
That and the Knights.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah.
What is about the Las Vegas?
But what's a Sand Knight anyway?
I don't know.
I mean, wouldn't that get into the armor and it would be a problem? So we've come up with some names.
Okay, I can't wait for
you
this.
You need to vote on one, all right?
All right.
Here we go. We've come up with 6 names. Las Vegas Pit Bosses. What do you think of that idea?
That's out of the gate strong candidate.
Las Vegas Desert Mullets.
Okay. Like it.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of hockey players.
I
with
like this
mullets.
one. This next one's really good. Las Vegas Made Guys. All right. You got to be a made guy to play for Las Vegas. You know what I mean?
Wrong.
Here we go. Las Vegas Fightin Adelsons.
Sheldon Adelson reference there.
Or it could be Fightin Adelsons. Maybe we shouldn't do that one because people don't know how to say it.
I don't get that reference.
Here we go. This one's interesting. Las Vegas Ice Herpes.
Winner.
Well, what's the logo? Right?
Well,
hold on a minute. I think you're going to like this last one.
Okay.
I don't know how you could fit on a jersey, but Las Vegas mediocre hockey team that can be easily parlayed with Bulls at Mavericks over.
How about just the Las Vegas Friends?
Las Vegas Friends? What, and have like Matt LeBlanc come out and drop the puck?
No, it's the reference to us
What do you
talking
think?
about.
What do you think, Jerry, if you had to choose one of them?
I'm going to go with the Pit Bosses.
You like the Pit Bosses?
That struck me right out of the gate. I feel like I could see the logo. You know, the guy standing behind on the phone. Checking the eye in the sky.
The eye in the sky.
The eye in the sky would have been a good one. I was thinking maybe like as a write-in, the Las Vegas stays in Vegas.
The Vegas Sevens.
Something like that.
You know, Sevens.
With the Las Vegas Ocean's 11s.
Well, I mean, the Las Vegas Sevens only works on the come-out roll.
Yeah.
It's true.
You understand? I don't know what's happened to me.
I'm not sure.
Who am I? I don't understand these
Listen, when the
terms.
Pit Bosses come rolling into your town, you better watch out.
Thank you, Jerry, for coming on the show.
Rich Eisen.
Come back, okay?
Absolutely.
Steve Weich and the latest from San Francisco and your calls, hour 3.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.